Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Kendi. I'm presenting the Public Authority for Investment Promotion and Export Development. It's brand as ITHRA. We're going to explain about ITHRA vision and mission, why you choose Oman as the best destination to invest, investment opportunities, and how ITHRA will support the investor. Later on, we will our colleagues from other organization will present their service and their investment opportunities as well. Our vision is to be recognized as the best destination for investment and trade in the world, and our mission to attract sustainable investment and promote the export of Omani non-oil goods and services that support Oman's ambition for growth and prosperity. Why Oman? Why investors choose Oman? In Oman, we have good incentives and opportunities for the foreign investor. Some of the incentives: competitive utility rates, safe and secure, excellent infrastructure, excellent lifestyle. Also, there is a talent workforce, proximity to strategic market, tax exemption for 5 years, and it can be renewable for other 10 years, zero personal income tax, free repatriation of capital and profits. Also, 70% foreign ownership in industrial estate and 100 ownership in the free zone. Also, there is 10 sectors, which is a potential sector in Oman, and in each sector there is sub-sectors. The potential sectors is education, waste management, tourism, fisheries, logistic, healthcare, chemical manufacturing, machinery and equipment manufacturing, also food and beverage manufacturing, and metals and minerals. In each sector there is investment area that can allow the investor to invest in and conduct their feasibility study. We can share these opportunities for anyone who is interested to know more about the sector and subsectors. The key area of investment in Oman, we do have 4 free zones. One in the north of Oman, Sohar free zone, and one in the middle of Oman, in the Wasta region. It's called Doqom free zone. Also, we have Salala free zone and Al-Mazuna free zone bordering with Yemen. Also, we have around 8 industrial estates around Oman. Also, we have around 3 ports and also 1 port for the fisheries. It depends on the investor himself where he want to be, where is the target market for his product. If he is targeting GCC countries, so better to invest, for example, in Sohar. If he's targeting Asia and Africa and Europe markets, so better to Doqom is here. So better to invest in Doqom to have easy access to the Asia market and also Africa market, also and Europe market as well. If he want to export his products to Africa, also it's better to invest in Salala free zone and port, because near the African market. Also, the industrial, these are some information about industrial estate. The total private investment of about $11 billion. 48% for investment. The Salalah port and free zone, one of the fastest growing port in the Middle East, has the largest deep water in the Middle East with more than 52 ports connection and 300 visas caused annually. Uh, Also, the Dokhum Special Economic Zone, the largest zone in the MENA region, second largest dry dock in the region. It has also railway will link all free zones and port in Oman and GCC. Also, Sohar Port and Free Zone. Sohar Port and Free Zone attracted global investment of 25 dollars US dollars billion and has the biggest petrochemical and steel manufacturing cluster in Oman. Also, we have technology park knowledge, OCS Muscat. It has some incentives. It works as the umbrella of the IT companies. You can invest 100% foreign ownership. Also, the minimum capital investment need to establish an entity at COM is around 20,000. High-speed internet access with highly competitive telecom rates. Omanization percentage is 25%, only 35 outside COM. The 35% is in the industrial estate. How ITRA support? We do or we provide a package of service for the foreign investor. We help investor to find this potential local partner, because if you want to invest in industrial estate, you need a local partner. So we identify which a good partner for him to join venture. Also, we review the project and proposal. We do a visit program to meet the local partner and has more information about the investment climate in Oman, investment environment. Also, we provide the needed information and assistance which will help him to conduct his study and build his investment decision. Also, we do commercial registration. We issue the commercial registration for the foreign investor, and also facilitate to have his licensing and other approvals to start his business. I will show there is a motion infographic which will talk about will give you a briefing about our sectors and our service.
Oman has an ancient and distinguished history as a seafaring nation and has warmly welcomed traders for thousands of years. And with its enviable location at the heart of east-west trade routes, it is today the ideal place for business. Whether you are in manufacturing, logistics, tourism, fisheries, education, chemicals, food processing, metals and minerals, or healthcare, Oman is a great place to invest, set up operations, and benefit from the opportunities presented by its proximity to the growing markets of the Gulf, Asia, and Africa. Along with the many economic advantages of locating here, there's also Oman's incomparable lifestyle to enjoy. Our educated, multilingual talent pool, world-class transport infrastructure, and global connectivity will help any business take its ambitions forward. And helping you capitalize on all that Oman offers is ITRA, the Sultanate's award-winning inward investment and export development agency. We are an ambitious team of professionals committed to promoting the business benefits of Oman to a global audience. Our expertise and international reach helps companies of all sizes realize their potential. If you're looking to invest in the Sultanate or are an existing Omani firm seeking advice on export markets, ITHRA offers a personalized and confidential package of assistance tailored to individual business requirements. We provide market intelligence to help you make the business case, identify sources of financial support and joint ventures between foreign investors and Omani companies, help you find the right property, offer advice on office space, industrial estates, free zones and technology parks. We can help you assess export opportunities, identify buyers and markets, offer advice on work and residence permits, taxes, intellectual property laws and general administrative procedures. Connect you with government departments as well as the right legal, banking, accounting, HR, ICT and logistics organizations. We can also provide in-depth market studies, support you at leading trade shows and introduce you to our international representatives. Our goal is to give you access to every possible resource to maximize your competitiveness. More and more people are choosing Oman. It's a country that'll open your eyes to new and exciting business possibilities. With rich opportunities across a range of sectors, it's the ideal home for business to thrive and prosper. Get in touch with us today and find out what Oman can offer you and your business.
Thank you for your attention. If you need more information about our service, I invite you to visit our pavilion, Oman Pavilion. Now we will continue with my colleague, Mr. Jalal Lawati. He will presenting about Special Economic Zone, Duqm.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jalal Lawati, and I will present about the Special Economic Zone of Duqm. You'll have to bear with me for a couple of minutes while I introduce the interesting and unique opportunity of investing in Duqm, and then I will play a video showing what is the potential for Duqm and what are the projects that we are having in the pipeline for Duqm, and then I'll leave the floor for my colleague Erwin to explain more about Port of Duqm and Port of Duqm strategic objectives. Today, Duqm is located 550 kilometers from the capital Muscat, 550 kilometers from the tourism capital of Oman, which is Salalah, in the center of Oman, on the open sea, facing the open sea, the Arabic Sea, and outside of the state of Hormuz. So the location itself is one of the most strategic selling point for us as a free zone today. There is around 400 million metric tons of goods going 100 kilometers from the shore of Duqm. And if we can capture a small percentage of that, that will be a huge boost for Duqm, inshallah. Duqm also is a center of 2 billion people in the area surrounding, in Iran, in the Indian subcontinent, in the rich oil GCC, in East Africa. So Duqm is the center of an area that is highly populated, and that qualifies Duqm to play a great role in having to be a logistic hub for the region. The size, Duqm is 2,000 square meters. It is the biggest free zones in Middle East and North Africa. Because it's too big, we have, and to imagine the size, it is 3 times the size of a country like Singapore, 2 times the country like Bahrain. It is 2 times the size of countries like Singapore. Other than location, Duqm is the taxes and regulations for investors that are coming to Duqm is one of the unique selling points. It's open for foreign ownership. 100% foreign ownership can be accepted in Duqm. Capital movement, currency movement, no taxes, no customs in and out. So it's total free zone area. Other than that, in Duqm, we have established a one-stop shop system that for investors. So an investor can come to Duqm, do everything from from commercial registration, industrial license, environmental permits. All of the permits will have one-stop shop. So he comes to one-stop shop, apply for the land, and do all his requirements, registration requirements with one unit. This is a very good incentive for investors in Duqm. Because the size is huge and it's 2,000 kilometers, we have took 800 square kilometers and started it into master planning. In that 800 square meters, heavy industrial zone, we have looked at heavy industrial zone, medium industrial zone, light industrial zone, logistic area, residential zone, fisheries zone, central business unit, tourism zone, and renewable energy zone. So we have a lot of, the nature of the free zone in Duqm is a little bit different than the other free zones because it is, we are trying to develop the entire city in Duqm. That's what I have to say, and I'll leave you now with a video.
Duqm, the area of promising investment opportunities. Oman has been a center of international maritime routes and has always been considered as one of the most important commercial centers for travel and trade coming from Asia, Africa, and Europe. Many of the Western and Arab travelers have acknowledged the economic potential and strategic importance of Omani ports for international trade. The government has decided to revive Oman's cultural and historical heritage by establishing a number of modern and developed ports along the Omani seacoast. Accordingly, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said issued a royal decree number 119/2011 establishing the Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm, Seyzad. Duqm is unique because of its unique location in the Sultanate of Oman, as it is bordered on the east by the Indian Ocean and by golden sands and desert oases on the west. Its geographic location on the maritime corridor connecting Asia and Africa earned it a large degree of international importance. It is truly the pearl of the Arabian Sea. Duqm Special Economic Zone is a model of economic integration and comprises 8 areas: a multi-purpose port, a fishery harbor equipped with all the required facilities, a regional airport, a tourism zone, a governmental services zone, a modern residential zone, dry dock complex, and an industrial and logistics zone. All zones are connected by a multimodal transportation system. Duqm Special Economic Zone is considered the largest free zone in the Middle East and North Africa, covering a land area of 1,745 square kilometers and a coastline stretching 70 kilometers along the Arabian Sea. Port of Duqm. The port is located on a dry land area of 47.4 square kilometers and on a water surface of 140.5 square kilometers. It includes an access channel to the port's dock that is 9.5 kilometers in length, between 275 and 350 meters in width, and 19 meters in depth. It also includes a main wave breaker that extends for 4.1 kilometers long, supporting a commercial quay of 2.25 kilometers long and 350 meters wide. It also includes 4 terminals for handling containers, dry bulks, and general cargo. The main wave breaker is 18 meters deep, and a secondary wave breaker is 4.6 kilometers long and 18 meters deep, supporting an oil and liquid substances quay. In addition, there is an internal governmental dock that is 10 meters deep, 980 meters long, and 200 meters wide, serving ships and yachts of security agencies. Dry Dock. Oman Dry Dock Company is one of the projects carried out by the government of the Sultanate of Oman as part of its future forward-looking long-term economic plan. The Dry Dock project is distinguished by its capacity to accommodate, on average, of 200 ships per year from all over the world. The dock has been working with full capacity since its inauguration in 2011. The Dry Dock project includes quays of 2,800 meters long and repair yards that encompass an area of 453,000 square meters. It also includes 2 dry docks of 410 meters long each, 95 and 80 meters wide, 10 meters deep, and 14 meters high. The project will not be limited to ship repair and maintenance, as it will also include other activities such as large steel structures and offshore platforms. Since its pilot launch for the dock services from April 2011 until today, Oman Dry Dock Company has maintained and serviced more than 300 vessels from different countries across the world. Dokkum Airport. This airport started its operations in 2014 and is considered one of the most important links connecting Dokkum Special Economic Zone with the outside world, with the purpose of transporting people and shipping cargo. The airport includes a runway designed to serve all types and sizes of aircraft, a passengers terminal with a capacity for 500,000 travelers per year, waiting areas, and 2 boarding gates. Transportation network. The economic development in Dokkum will benefit from a newly designed railroad network, which is expected to come into operation in the next few years. It is designed to have 2 transport tracks, an internal track that connects the economic zone linking the port with the industrial zones, and another to transport cargo and passengers from the town of Dokkum to Sohar Muscat. Then with the UAE and the rest of the GCC countries. Dokkum Transportation System has one of the most modern of transport networks. A high-standard network has been planned to accommodate all forms of the actual needs of Dokkum Economic Zone. It includes a 2-way street with 3 lanes in each direction. Tourism Zone. Dokkum region is characterized by its sunny, moderate temperature all year round, and for its varied and beautiful natural and geological heritage. There are beaches with natural purity, unique geological formations, and fishing villages with their own cultural peculiarities. The tourism area encompasses 24 square kilometers, including 18 kilometers of beach on the pristine Arabian Sea. Recently, a number of tourist projects have been completed. Industrial zones. 3 industrial zones have been set up consisting of light, medium, and heavy industrial zones, all of which have been designed according to environmental design standards. Dokkum is abundant with commercial quantities of mineral resources, including silica sands, mineral salts, limestone rocks, marble, gypsum, and basaltic rocks. Dokkum, a special economic zone built with green credentials. Dokkum envisages deploying renewable energy sources for its energy needs. This will be achieved by applying research into alternative energies and sustainable technologies to harness clean and green energy resources suitable for Dokkum. Fishery harbor and associated facilities. This contains a fishing port equipped with all the services for small and medium-sized boats, as well as commercial markets for retail, wholesale and export, fish and shrimp farms, and a maritime research and studies institute. Dokkum Special Economic Zone Authority. By establishing a one-stop system, Dokkum Special Economic Zone Authority aims to take the necessary actions and measures to facilitate the issuance of required permits, licenses, and approvals for projects in the shortest time possible. The authority offers a complete package of incentives and facilities to investors through the one-stop shop to speed up and simplify the procedures and the issuance of permits. These are up to 30 years tax exemption from the start date of establishing the business, renewed for similar periods. Up to 100% of project foreign ownership. Exemption from minimum capital requirements stipulated in the Commercial Companies Law and other laws. Exemption from any restrictions in terms of bringing, exchanging, and transferring foreign currency. Exemptions from commercial agency law provisions. Dokkum Economic Zone in Oman is the gate of success for integrated economic projects. It is an international option for an economic link between Asia and international ports and for a variety of investment opportunities.
If you are interested to know more about Dokkum, or you have an investment you foreseen to invest in Dokkum, please come to our booth and visit us, me and my colleague, drop your business card and we will contact you, inshallah. Now I'll ask Mr. Irwin from the port to add his flair to the subject.
Thank you, Jalal, for the introduction. My name is Erwin Mortelmans. I'm the commercial director of Port of Dokkum, trying to help and to enhance the promotion of Dokkum in its many aspects. I apologize already for the slight overlap that may be in my presentation with the previous presentations and as well as the movie for obvious reasons. It starts with a picture of the port of Dokkum, at least the first phase of Port of Dokkum, where I already want to emphasize that we are an operational port. That is very important. A lot of people come to us asking, like, are you operational? When will you be operational? We are an operational port in terms of importing processing cargo, as well as exporting minerals that are mined in the vicinity of Dokkum. Creating a hub for the future, that is still our slogan, and a hub relates to the fact that we look at many industries, whether it's containers, whether it's RoRo, whether it's liquid bulk, minerals, and so on. These are all industries that we look at, and we have a clear ambition to really be successful in all of these domains. Location has already been emphasized. It's our prime asset, and it is obviously also determining our mission and vision on how we try to develop Port of Dokkum as a new center of trade in the world. The numbers that you see here on this slide indicate how far or the amount of days that ships do to reach certain markets. So literally west coast of India in our backyard, 2 days sailing, Colombo 4 days, 1.5 days to Jebel Ali. Also we say this is the time that you save if you don't have to go in the Gulf and you can stay outside. This is really representing a big cost benefit. So that is the clear asset that we try to emphasize on when promoting Dokkum as a future transshipment hub. Because we are somehow deprived from a big hinterland, but being in a free zone, obviously we are there to facilitate import, adding value, and re-export to overseas markets. Literally a doorstep away from the current existing shipping lanes, so a small deviation only from existing lanes to reach Dokkum Port. Port of Dokkum is the heart of the Dokkum Special Economic Zone, And again, to emphasize maybe the difference between CSAT, the authority, what Jalal is representing, and Port of Duqm, this will be explained in the next few slides. So Port of Duqm is not a 100% government body. We are a joint venture between the Omani government and what we call Consortium Antwerp Port, which is a JV from Port of Antwerp. So there is a big tie between Port of Duqm and Port of Antwerp. So a lot of expertise is coming from that side. We do have a mandate since July 2015 to operate, service, maintain the port of Duqm for the next 28 years. So we are just in the start of that mission. The actual investment is done by the Omani government for 100%. What is special, I think, about Port of Duqm is that we are having multiple caps to wear. So we are a port authority, that's an obvious function, but we're also terminal operators. So we are the one handling the cranes and handling the vessels, importing, export of cargo, and so on. That function, will we do that forever? No. I mean, this is something that we will do in the first phase, and depending on the business, we might hand that over from day one or at a later stage. For example, for the container business, we are currently looking for a reliable operator that can do that for us and attract the cargoes at the same time. The third hat that we're wearing is the one from landlord. So CSAT, the Special Economic Zone of Duqm, is a massive development, and really a small part of that is Port of Duqm, but still we are representing about 5,000 hectares of land that we try to promote and develop from our side. So we can truly say that we are a single focal point for investors. It's truly an asset that you can talk to one party covering all those functions. This map you've seen obviously, but just again to emphasize where Port of Duqm is in relation into the whole zone. So the blue part, that is what I represent basically, and then you see a smaller blue area which is called the DILC. That is a second concession that Port of Duqm has inside of the zone for the promotion of or the development of industrial land. Again, as a port, I need to re-emphasize a bit what it means. Special economic zone. What is special about this economic zone? It's not only the fact that it's an integrated zone, so all these different functions, whether it's touristic areas, residential, industrial, all integrated in that zone. Also to emphasize that the port is part of that free zone, and I think that's a unique selling point as well. It's the only port in Oman doing that. So from the moment you land your goods in the port on the quayside, you're in the free zone, and then you can freely move around your products inside of the zone, adding value, and then re-export to wherever you want to go. Again, a free zone is there typically to facilitate or to serve overseas markets. So you bring in the goods, create value, re-export to wherever you want to be, and then the location, of course, kicks in again, bringing it to wherever you want. But today, we still act as an import hub. Oil and gas, even though Duqm is a project which will lead the Oman economy away a little bit from the oil and gas sector, really diversifying its economy. But what we do today is still facilitating the imports of goods and also exports of finished goods related to the oil and gas industry. So really making full utilization of its central location vis-à-vis all the oil and gas concession areas. This is the primary reason for our operation today. So we are very close, we are very central to the oil and gas concessions, and there are excellent roads leading Duqm towards these concession areas. The red dotted line is unfortunately still dotted. That means that there is a pipeline under construction, still under construction, which will feed all the gas towards Duqm and its industries. A very important milestone, of course, that the fact is that this contract has been awarded, and we can set a firm date by 2019 when the gas will reach Duqm to really feed our industries there. Dukum's specialty is around facilitating imports of heavy lift cargoes. That's really our specialty up to date, and again makes Oman independent from its neighboring countries for this type of cargoes. Also, the access of mineral and the mineral mines. Dukum really has unlocked a huge potential of minerals, typically low value minerals such as dolomite, limestone, silica sand, clay shale, so quite commodities where you need an excellent port infrastructure to unlock that type of potential. And Dukum is really making everything work to allow that. Oman is really looking at other industries apart from oil and gas, and I think mineral is one of the flagships apart from fisheries perhaps. And Dukum's ambition is there to really look at maybe not just 1, 2, 3 million tons, but really become a major player. And currently in our master plan, we are really preparing for 30, 40, 50 million tons of export of minerals. That is really the figure that we are targeting. We are a greenfield project. It means that it's always good to have some kind of an idea of timeline as a port. So we are operational since 2012. The actual start of the port started with the Oman dry dock operations in 2011. But again, emphasizing that we are an operational port in terms of break bulk and processing cargo handling. We are operational in terms of export of the dry bulk. We started to some extent also the container operations. So we have an early container yard. However, we are not a full-fledged container port yet. So that is something that we are clearly preparing for today. So our container terminal is under construction. And it will, or is definitely facilitating and making my life a lot easier, promoting the port as well as the land, to say that yes, we will be a container port in 2019. Shortly after that, we also will be a liquid bulk handling port. So all these different huge pillars we are preparing for, and there are quite some contracts recently awarded that make my life, or again, where I can say, the timeline is that, and we are and we will be able to meet our timelines. I think an important pillar that was not mentioned is the refinery. So the refinery is one of the big flagships or anchor tenants and anchor investments that will put Dukum on the map. The refinery project looks excellent in terms of its feasibility, and also in terms of a strong joint venture setup. So very soon you will see some press releases confirming this investment, due to become operational in 2020. Small picture of the map of the port. Again, we are an operational port. On the right-hand side is a commercial quay where we currently perform all our activities. And the northern part, that's the liquid bulk side of the port, which is currently again under construction. That part of the port will be dredged in the next 2 years and reclaimed to allow for the liquid bulk handling there. And then you see also the phase 2. So we will focus on a commercial quay in the coming 2-3 years to develop all the different fields of activities, until we come to some kind of a point that we can really shift part of the business towards a phase 2 development, which will be determined soon. We are an 18-meter draft port, so I think again a very strong selling point. 18-meter guaranteed draft to make sure that we can welcome the biggest vessels in the world, really meeting our goal as a transshipment hub. Just to give you an idea on how we see traffic being built up in the port, again, we really at the brink, the eve, before major expansions in terms of throughput volume. So today we are a very modest port, definitely, but from the moment our commercial quay is operational in its full plan, by 2019, 2020, we will see liquid bulk being developed, container handling being developed. Also, the minerals will become to full deployment and so on. So that is really where things will start for us. So that's it from my side. I'm not sure whether we have any kind of Q&A later on, but feel free to contact us here or at our booth later on. Thank you.
اذا بتغير بهذا السهم بعدين.
اوكي بس بهذا كان شو اسمه
السهم تحت تغير بعد ما في مشكله.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Saif Al Ghusaini. I am a investment compliance manager in Oman, Oman Tourism Development Company. We are a tourist. We are a company, a government company, 100% owned by the government, working in the tourism sector. The company is established in 2005 as to play the role of to be the arm, a tourism arm of the government, and the rule was and the mandate is to establish a high-class infrastructure, tourism infrastructure and projects. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about Umran. I'm going to give brief details about Umran as a company, and then I will talk about the most two huge projects that Umran is developing currently, which is Mina Sultan Qaboos, the new waterfront in Muscat, and Medinat Al Irfan, which is going to be the new downtown in Muscat. But I'm not going to speak about Medinat Al Irfan. I'm going to let you watch a video about Medinat Al Irfan because I believe that that pictures speak louder than words. So, who's Umran? As I told you, Umran is 100% company that's owned by the government, and the mandate of Umran is to build a tourism infrastructure and build a high-class ITC project. The achievement that has been made by Umran is that currently we have delivered 10 projects in most of Oman. We are managing assets that worth 200 million Riyal Omans. Our expectation of our contribution to the GDP is 450 million Riyals Omani by 20. We have 45. We have a project under construction that worth 450 million Omani, and our expectation to contribute to the GDP by 2040 is 1.8 billion Omani Riyals. This picture shows you or give you an idea that where our project is located. Our project is located in all over Oman, starting from Sandam in the north to Salalah in the south. So we have, as I told you, we are developing now currently two huge projects. Medinat Al Irfan, which is 2 kilometers from Muscat International Airport, and the Muscat waterfront, which is in Matrah, the rich city with a heritage. We are having hospitality assets. We have many hotels in Jabal Akhdar, in Salalah, in Musandam, in Muscat. And we also have a JV with our partners, with our international partners like Saraya Bandar Jassa. We are having also with ET Resort, Jabal Sifa with Moria, and Ras Al Had with Qatari Diyar, and Dokkum Fortunate Towns, which with it's a local partner, and Suda Island and Salalah Beach with Moria Group. I'm going to give you a little brief about Sultan Qaboos, Mina Sultan Qaboos, which is the new waterfront destination going to be in Muscat. The project is located in Matrah, and as you can see from here in my presentation, this is the commercial port in Matrah, and the government that decided to convert it to a tourism port, and give it to Umran to develop it. This is how the port looks now. And this is how the port is going to be after being converted to a tourism port. As you can see, this project is a huge project. It contains hospitality components and retails and entertainment components. It's going to be built and developed in phases, and we're going to start, inshallah. Currently it is it's in the designing phase, and we are planning, or we are expecting to start the infrastructure by the end of this year. This is the initial concept of the project. As you can see, there's hotels, 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, 3-star hotels. There is retails components. There's a water park, entertainment zone. In numbers, the project area is 1.13 million square meters. The first phase going to be 230,000 square meters, and the development cost expected is 290 million Riyal Oman. The construction start to be expected, in quarter 2 of this year. The investment opportunity, as you see down, it's a luxury hotels, 5 stars. There's a 4-star hotel. There's 3-star hotel, and there's destination retails, and there's a commercial space, and there's attraction, and there's a luxury residential. Medinat Al Arfan, I'm not going to talk about Medinat Al Arfan. I'm going to show you a short video about Medinat Al Arfan, and it will give you a good idea about this project.
Traces in the sand in a land of unparalleled diversity, Oman, a land whose people share an unbreakable bond with the natural world, which has sustained them since ancient times. A bond so strong that even today, the natural order remains undisturbed. Oman, where spectacular mountains tumble to the sea, and desert heat is tempered by cool oases. A land of breathtaking vistas and timeless agriculture, ancient palms. The true social order of Oman is deep-rooted, strong, and lasting. Its people live in harmony with the natural world, in harmony with their own true nature, incorporating their unique terrain with its wadis, water, and cooling trees into the human world. The evolution of architecture here is a measure of the country's deeply rooted civilization. Oman abounds with historical buildings, grand forts, castles, and cities, testaments of its glorious past. Centuries-old markets stand side by side with mosques, ancient souks with modern developments. This variety of architectural styles is inspired by its diverse landscapes and wealth of natural attractions. People come to Oman for its beaches and hotels, for its museums, for the old palace and fortress, for the opera house, and, of course, for the Grand Mosque. And they come to Oman also for its bustling markets, to experience its vibrant capital, Muscat, and for its outstanding cuisine. They come to shop, to meet, and naturally, to do business. And the city of the future is coming, a city that sets standards for others to aspire to, for our own and for future generations. This city of the future has a name, Medinat Al Arfan. Imagine living a modern lifestyle in perfect harmony with nature, right in the heart of the political and commercial capital of Oman, Muscat. Centrally located between Rui and Sib, offering unprecedented, incredible choices for contemporary living. This is a city with its own identity. Welcome to living in perfect harmony. Welcome to Medinat Al Arfan. Creating the city of the future in Oman means having a vision. It means learning from the land and using the traditions of those who have lived here for centuries. Learning from the past, looking to the future, to bring the land to life. It all starts here, in the Wadi. Water forms rivers, creates valleys through the rocks, bringing life. Trees create shade, form the basis for a biotope. We build terraces that trace the natural contours of the Wadi. Bridges follow, crossing from one side to the other, connecting naturally separate regions. Madinat Al Irfan has many different bridges crossing the Wadi, for pedestrians and for vehicles. Bridges lead to roads, forming a network, and roads lead to settlements, then onward, connecting with the broader infrastructure. Madinat Al Irfan is emerging from the terrain of Oman, a development encompassing more than 7 million square meters, more than 2,000 buildings, a place to live, grow, and work, bordered by Al Jami Al Akbar Street on the north and the Masrat Expressway to the south, and just minutes from Masrat International Airport. The Wadi forms the backbone of Madinat Al Irfan, occupying over 100 hectares. We are creating 25 kilometers of Wadi frontage along this spine and its tributaries, with spectacular views along the terraces, eye-catching waterfalls and bridges, shaded parks and walkways. Culturally and communally, Madinat Al Irfan will offer a theater, cinemas, museums, and a multi-use town hall. Madinat Al Irfan is a city of districts. Irfan East, with the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center and its own Wadi, forms the eastern border of the region. Irfan Central is the vibrant downtown and commercial heart of the city. It offers easy access from all directions. By contrast, Irfan Park is one of the most prestigious residential locations and home to Irfan Museum. Irfan Heights has its high town and low town, its own park, higher education facilities, 5-star hotel, and souk. Flanking the IC9 link road lies Irfan Recreational and the Government District, forming the western border of the city. Irfan West offers residents and hotel guests stunning vistas from the highest point in the city, with spectacular views between the mountains and the sea. While along the southern edge of the Wadi, the villages and hamlets of Irfan residences provide a quieter residential setting with townhouses, villas, and local mosques. Irfan East is already underway, a multi-use commercial, residential, and recreational area situated alongside the Wadi Park. It is home to the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center, world-class hotel facilities, a sports and recreation center, business and residential districts, and a shopping mall. The OCEC offers an outstanding space for international conferences, and the Wadi Park here delivers unique opportunities for recreation. With its eye-catching architecture, Irfan East rewards strollers and cyclists with stunning local views and water features. Street-level cafes along the Corniche invite visitors to sit a while a low path runs alongside the Wadi Park. The entire region is built around the natural contours and topography of its own wadi, forming the eastern boundary of the city. In the northeast of the city, Irfan Central is built around the eastern branch of the wadi, which forms a spine dividing Central in two. A mixed-use urban district, Central is the commercial heart of the city, with its own LRT. Key locations include the multi-use Irfan Hall overlooking the wadi, the bridges, and shady landscape Central Park. A meeting point for family and friends. Irfan's mosque is also located here, reinforcing the communal and residential face of the district. As a place to meet and do business, Irfan Central is unparalleled in the city. It offers a great abundance of modern office space, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and first-class facilities. Irfan Central is a district designed for business, but it is also a place to shop, with flagship stores at Central Business Square and other local shopping areas. Irfan Hall, with its twin auditoria, is a multi-use cultural space, and the ever-present Wadi, with its shaded, accessible public areas, is a place for rest and recreation. Alongside the commercial buildings, the souk exists as a maze of streets winding between low-rise buildings, and is designed after a traditional Omani market. As Irfan Central's true heart, the souk beats with life at the core of this vital, cosmopolitan district. The villages and hamlets of Irfan residences are located on the southern side of the Wadi. Predominantly residential, they provide a quieter contrast to the denser downtown areas. The hamlet offers modern villas with private gardens, representing a quieter, more exclusive lifestyle. High streets connect the villages to the city, and footpaths crisscross the palm plantations. At the northern end of each village is the Wadi, with paths that lead down into the park and terraces, encouraging residents to engage with the recreational opportunities the Wadi offers. As the backbone of each village, the High Street also leads to the central village square and the main civic facilities. The mosque, schools, local shops, and restaurants. The village squares have been designed to create a flexible public space that can be used by men, women, and children alike. Irfan Park is among the most prestigious residential locations in the city, and also culturally important. Irfan Museum overlooks the Wadi and eastern villages. Irfan Park links the city's two main urban centers, Irfan Central and Irfan Heights. Responding to the natural landscape, Irfan Heights is made up of a low town in the north and a high town that borders the northern edge of the Wadi, connected by a large park and funicular. With its low town souk, Heights is a mixed-use urban district and a secondary commercial center. It is also the cultural heart of Irfan and home of the city's university. A pedestrian route connects the souk in the low town with the museum and mosque square in the high town, via the funicular that crosses the park. In the high town, from its imposing perch on the northern edge of the Wadi, the mosque dominates the escarpment. With its landmark buildings and incomparable views, High Town's striking fortified silhouette is destined to become one of the memorable postcards of Madinat Al-Irfan. A separate self-contained district, Irfan West is a residential area close to two important civic facilities, a recreational theme park and the government district. From atop the escarpment at the western end of the Wadi Park, Irfan West enjoys breathtaking views across the entire city. The five-star Irfan West Hotel occupies a prominent location at the western end of the Wadi Park. Stunning views take in the Wadi landscape and the rest of Irfan and beyond to the mountains and the sea. Irfan West.
Sorry to stop because there's another country have to represent present their project. But if you are interested in Imran's project, please visit our stand there and drop your business card, and we'll give you all the information acquired. Thank you. Thanks a lot.